Hey everybody, welcome to Hook and Stitch and Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. If you're watching the replay, thank you. I want to welcome all returning Fiber family members, new Fiber family members. Yeah, yes. Oops. Oh, we got it. We got to stop that. There we go. Can you tell I'm still drinking my coffee? Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. And so, as you can see, this is down the Dawn's rabbit hole. My electric spinning wheel showed up, and I got some accessories to go with it, a little bit of fiber. I'm going to show you that. Also, a few things that are going to be in the birthday celebration. So I'm going to show you that. So welcome in. I'll wait for a few people to get in. I'll just show you a couple of things that I got for the birthday bash next month. I do have a few more things coming. It won't be on the same scale as the Podiversary, but welcome in, Dawn. Welcome in. Okay, so I had put this box here because that's part of the spinning stuff. But these are just a few things that are going to be in the giveaways for the birthday celebration at the end of the month. First one here. Somebody is going to win. Welcome in, Perp. A 22 needle knitting machine, Centro. I've given away one of these. I've given away a 40 pin and a 48 pin. Welcome in, Doggy Life. Welcome in. So this is going to be up for the gift away for the birthday celebration. And then also, I'm trying to get some things, besides yarn and everything. And I do have some donations of mystery boxes of yarn and stuff. And I'll do a separate video going through the prizes that are available because they're sending me some pictures. Excuse me. And the other thing that's going to be as a giveaway prize, and everything's always international, is an electric clay speed spinner. Nope, not this live, Dawn. I only do that on Sundays. I just do it on Sundays. Because this is kind of like a pop-up live. I don't like to make people feel obligated because we have a goal to set for the day. My goal is for you guys to have fun and just enjoy spending time with you and share my new rabbit hole. Thank you, Dawn. But this is the other thing. It's going to be an electric clay bead spinner. And apparently how this works, if you look, you put it literally threads the beads right onto the thread. Welcome in, Kendall. So this is going to be another prize. Then and then two lucky winners are going to win a cake of the cake yarn that I had got. People have won this in giveaways. This is from Temu. It is 100% cotton, and it is so soft. Welcome in, Nisi. This is one cake. I took them out of the plastic, so I didn't make loud noises opening the plastic. But this is one cake here. And I'm saying the yardage, because it's, how many grams is this? I don't have my scale here. I think these are like 350 grams. Okay, thank you, Nisi. Welcome in, Anvita. So there's this one here. It's just like a graze, and it's like almost like an ombre gradient. And then we have this one here, from white to different blues to a gray, almost like a platinum. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you. And this one here. So those are some of the prizes that are going to be available for the birthday bash at the end of the month. And people thought it was quite funny because I'm having it on the 27th, but I have to leave that night to catch the ferry to the mainland to drive an hour and a half to St. John because I'm teaching the next few days. So anyways, we'll still have fun. Obi, behave yourself. Obi has been acting up. My computer did an update last night, so I have no idea what his problem is. We'll just have to smack him into the thing. Welcome in, Denise. Welcome in, Mandy. Welcome in. So those are going to be two of the things that are going to be up for. And again, when I do stuff like that, it's international. If it's a bigger box of yarn, then I just do US and Canada. But everything else, the knitting machine, the electric beading machine, a single cake, will all be international. So things. And I do have a yarn order coming, and I'll tell you why. Nessa had won a $100 Mary Maxim gift card a few weeks ago, back in March. So I sent it to her. I didn't pay attention when I was on the site. And welcome in, Winter. Welcome in. I didn't pay attention on the site. So I got the gift card, sent it to her. It was in Canadian dollars. So I resent her one in US dollars. I went to my account on marymaxim.com and sent that. And then the other 100. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Love all you guys too. So I thought, well, I got $100 here. Oh, what the heck? We'll just spend it. So I went in and I ordered some yarn. Of that yarn, some of it's going to be for the birthday bash. So like a small yarn pack. So, and I got some new yarns to check out, and, you know, maybe future review. Who knows? I don't like to do too many reviews on yarn because it's really a personal choice, personal opinion. Everybody has different opinions. You know, something that I might like, somebody else may not like. You know, so anyways, let's get to it. I have not opened this box. This is some of the accessories. We'll show that after the fact. Here it is. It's not been opened. We're going to open her now. Yes, going down another rabbit hole. But Dawn and Spring said they will help me with this. Because it's supposed to be very relaxing. And that's what I'm looking for. Things that I can do maybe when I'm just sitting on the back deck or I want to relax. But I will say they packed it very well. It's wrapped completely in tape. And after the live, I will put a link where I got this. I got this on Amazon, and I ordered it. I'll have to look and see when I ordered it, how long it took to get. It did come out of China. Let's get it. Well, I'll tell you. They packed it very, very well. Look at that. They packed it very well. Okay, let's get all the parts out and stuff. I managed them up. Okay, it's over here. Oh, it is heavy. Okay, let me just put this down here for a minute. Get the directions and we'll put it together. Okay. It has been debugged and does not require installation. Okay. So okay, so we got, this is a foot switch. There's the plug. And then we have a bag. All kind of stuff. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny crochet hook. I don't know what that's for. Again, I'll have to read directions. And then we got all these other parts. And there goes one to the floor. Okay, so here it is. There's more parts got to go on. If you look there, and you can't see it, but this is a digital readout for meters. So let's see, what's it say here? No, directions aren't that great. Oh, that's operating instructions. So I guess, oh my gosh, like there's all this stuff. Tape. I have no idea what all this stuff is for. And then it's got zip ties. It's got these little thingies. But there's nothing that shows you how to put it together. Let me check the box again. There's nothing that, oh, those are the bobbins. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. That must be what the tape is for. Maybe tape this in. I don't know. Like this. I don't know. I think it does 8 ounce and it does 4 ounce. Okay, thank you, Winter. Thank you. Welcome in, Tammy. Says it does 4 ounce and 8 ounce when I bought it. I'm just checking to see if these look to be the same size. Okay, let's turn this upside down. Okay. So here's the bobbins. Those are bobbins. Now these guides here must go someplace, unless they're extra guides. I don't know, because on here there is 2 guides, as you can see. Excuse me. And this thingy here, it slides. It slides. Don't know. This is the power. This is power cord. I think it gives me extra. Well, it's got these here tighten up some. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a video. Look for a like message and say, hey. And then there's this box. I have no idea what's in this box. Power cord. Power cord. It's got a foot switch that's also electric. And it has this cord. It has an extra. It has an extra this thingy. And it also has an extra of this one here. So it sent you extra. This is like a tensioner thing. It sent you extras of each. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You got that much. And then you got this. This must be for underneath legs. Extra, and it gave you an extra set. So it sent you extras of everything. There's a couple zip ties here. Don't know what they're. There's actually 1, 2, 3 zip ties. An Allen key, which actually tightens up this stuff. Oh, I got them backwards. Welcome in, Alan. Welcome in. Ooh. And this goes on here. I don't, yeah. So each they have one like this and one plain end. Okay, we got that. So yeah, there's no directions. So I'm going to have to do a little investigation on it and some videos. But this and this here, this blue light is LED. It lights up. But that is my spinning wheel. And the company that it came from, I don't think it says on the box. No, there's nothing on the box. But this is going to be a journey that you guys can come along with me. Just getting this thing. Yeah, well, Dawn Aaron can help me too. Even just getting this set up. And then you guys can help, and join me in this new adventure. It's supposed to be very, de-stressing, relaxing, chillaxing. We'll see. Putting this thing together. I think that's going to be the worst part of it, is putting it together. So, but that is my spinning wheel. Now it cost me, it was on sale. It was 300 Canadian. So it wasn't a bad deal. I mean, I was looking over, I looked at reviews. I looked at it being able to do, the two size bobbins, and stuff like that. So that's why I went with this one here. It had really good reviews, and the company had good, had a pretty good rating. So that's why I went with it. So once I get it all together, then I'll post a picture of it. And then eventually I'll be doing, just as I'm spinning. Now, to go with this, I just was on Temu, and I thought, I don't want to spend big money on like Angora and Merino and alpaca to learn to start spinning. So I went and I ordered a few bags of fiber. These are 100% wool. I got some white and some black, and I'm thinking of spinning them together to make almost like a zebra effect. Got those here. And then I got 2 of these. And this is all the fabric. I got 2 of these in the colors there. So I got 2 of these. Now, something that I found out that you need. These didn't come together. I just stuck it in the box. Well, you need a blending board. And I have officially named this the brush thingy. And they keep telling me what it is, and I keep forgetting. But it is the brush that you use when you put your fiber onto the blending board. And I actually had seen this blending brush. Thank you. Blending brush. My blending brush and my blending board. And this is my blending board. You can see their little nails. I had seen this. Sadie from Sadie's Spincraft had got a bunch of, because she's another spinner, had got a bunch of tools from Temu and said, if you're just starting, she said it's a good place to start. So she got them and reviewed them. These here are, once you have your fiber here, you've brushed it out, you put this, I don't know if you do 2 or 1, and you roll your fiber onto it and make a roll-lag. And from that is where you feed into the spinning wheel. That's the extent of what I know about spinning. That's it, just what I've watched. But none of this stuff was really expensive. I mean, my spinning wheel was $300, but that wasn't bad. I saw some that were 4 figures. I thought, I'm not use both. Okay, Dawn says you use both of these when you're roll. you get your fiber and you're rolling it off the mat so it's all blended together and then from here, I think you just pull like a tube, you pull it off and it comes out in a tube, and that's what you hold, or you pull a piece off, and that's what you spin. You put this back in the box. I'm just gonna put it in the box because those bristles they're prickly, and I know that and you don't. It's basically let the machine do the work, and you let it feed just through your fingers. That's what I've watched and I've listened. But yeah, and I've got plenty of help. Yeah, she's teaching me already. Yeah. So that's what I got for my spinning journey. So is anybody else here getting into spinning? And I'm going to hold on here. I am going to do this, and this, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do this. Okay, I pinned the link if you want to come up on panel. This was just an impromptu live. Okay. It was my impromptu live. Now I'll tell you when I ordered this and how long it took me to get it. There was no duties or import fees or anything. So, and little sis is coming up to join me. Welcome in, Mara. Welcome in, dear. That's what I'm doing, Dawn. I'm researching a lot. Let me see. Let's see how long it took me to get this. Because they had told me up to the end of April, first few days in May, before I was going to get it. But actually, I ordered it.
It was sitting in Toronto for a little bit, I think you said.
Yeah, I was sitting in customs in Toronto for like 5 days.
Usually.
Okay. I ordered this. Let me see. Order details. I ordered it March 19th. So it took thank you, Dawn. It took about 3 weeks, which was not bad, almost a month. But of that 5 days, it sat in customs in Toronto. So that wasn't bad. And the name of the company is called, here, I'm just going to make that, I'm going to hold that up here. That's the name of the company, and that's how much it costs. That's in Canadian. It's called the Mini Electric Spinning Wheel Double Spool with Foot Switch. And I think it's, okay, it does 120 gram and 240 gram bobbins. And I looked them out, they're 4 and 8 ounce. It gives all this other stuff. Spinner at 800 revolutions per minute, digital display. So it does all that there.
So homemade yarn from Antoinette coming your way.
Would you say? Oh, spun yarn? Yeah, right.
Homemade spun yarn from Antoinette coming your way.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Now we just need to get her into dyeing it.
No idea why. No idea why. So I've got this mess here, but I am going to together. But so that's where I got it off of Amazon. I had looked on Etsy. I looked over so many places, and I research everything. I just don't impulse buy. I've learned not to do that. So, and this was sitting in my basket probably for a month before I pulled the cord.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and I says, ordered. So, and then it was just, waiting for it to get here. And it did, like I said, it did come from China. And I'll tell you what, 80% of the wheels that I looked at are from China. 80%. I mean, there are some, you get into your non-electric, your big spinning wheels. First of all, I don't have space for that. Second of all, this is just something just to make, maybe some spins. And I want to spin some of the lace weight yarn I have together. I've got a lot of like 0 weight yarn. I gotta put my glass. Yeah. See, another enabler. Another. Okay, I got Sis here as enables. Okay, now I've got Dawn enabling. Oh yeah, but once you start, you're going to want to buy fiber. It'll be a while before I buy the good fiber because I want to know that that my skills are at least decent enough that I'm not going to destroy the good fiber. I mean, my goal is because I had talked to Spring about it. My goal is to get some alpaca, merino, and alpaca, and spin that with the girls' fur that I've been saving. I gotta get some.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
get a
like
lot.
when you do start anything, like you start off with crappy crochet hooks or needles, and then you work your way up.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me just put this here. This is the obsessive OCD in me coming out. Sorry, it's the OCD in me coming out. Everything's got to be put in its place, and I've been on a organizing kick. So that, and if you want to come up, just the links in the thing there, you're more than welcome to come up on panel. If you want to share something, if you want to share your experience spinning, or if you're just learning how to spin.
No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Any and all comments helps is appreciated. Now, see, Dawn's sending me alpaca and 18 micron merino. That will be saved until I have enough of the girls' fur, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine Gracie's red gold with Kiva's blondish. Now, Kiva is getting a little bit of light gold up in around her ears, but she's pretty much blonde. Spinning those together with the merino and the alpaca and make a cowl and mitt set. So I have my girls with me, and people say, one of the things I remember people saying, what about the dog smell? What about the dog smell? Spring has a tutorial and talks about it, how the process you wash it and all that, and the dog smell goes away. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. So that's, that's one thing. And like I said, I'm excited because it is. Welcome in, Dragon Cat. Welcome in, my dear.
Hey, Dragon.
So we'll put this back in the box. I'm going to take, this will be used for future packing. I save all this stuff, even though I just burned and burned and burned yesterday. But I will say, so far, with the exception of not having a manual, and I'll tell you, I have found that with some of the Chinese companies that ship, if you contact them, they literally will send you the manual in English. Okay, so that's in there. And we got our two bottles, and I'll tell you, it's got some weight to it. It's not all plastic. It's metal and plastic, but I'm impressed. So far, I'm impressed. Like I said, so
Hi,
far.
HD.
Hi, HD. Welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody's saying, what is she doing on a Wednesday? Well, the machine showed up yesterday. Showed up Tuesday. I got it. Apparently, it had been delivered Monday, but it came in via Canada Post, and they had stuck it up in my community mailbox. But I never got notification of that until yesterday. I had already went up because I contacted Amazon, and then the shipper messaged me back, said it's showing delivered at your community mailbox. Here's the Canada Post tracking number. They never sent me the Canada Post tracking number when it was in Toronto. I never got confirmation. I never got a Canada Post. Welcome in, Bear. So that's one of the problem. But it was there. It was safely, it was safely in my community mailbox. Pardon me, as you can see around me is a mess, but there's a method to my madness.
Always.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. I mean, so I'm gonna put all this little stuff into this bag because there's all kind of little pieces here. I have no idea what the tape is for. I got to find that out. Like I said, I'm going to contact them and say, hello, can you please, send me the manual, or, send me the link for the manual.
Oh, they don't have something that you can find out online?
Well, I usually if I go to Amazon though, because this is all that comes with it. That's the only paper and it is in English, but it's just the operating instructions. So I'm going to say, how about an assembly because it doesn't come assembled.
Some assembly required.
Yeah, quite a bit of assembly. I'm going to try to catch up on the chat here.
Hello, Terry.
Welcome in, Terry.
Welcome.
It's so good. I see some new faces and faces I haven't seen for a while. Thank you so much for coming. Feel free to drop your link. And if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Give them some love. Share the love. Throw the yarn in the window, the whole bit. And yeah, you're more than welcome to come up a panel. You want to share something with us? What have you? You know, that'll be great. The only other thing I got in that, I do have other stuff coming, but I just ordered a few things. I got like sandals and I got stuff for the dogs. But I got this book and I thought it was really neat because I actually get on a kick for this. It's stuck in the bag, but it's small that I can just stick in my project bag. Oh, for the love of, okay, there we go. It's called the 3D Granny Squares, the Ultimate Granny Square Source Book.
Oh,
and it has all kind of in it. So, and I thought this is small enough I can stick it right in my bag. You know, so I thought that was awesome. But in that bag, it gives you some QR codes for making these little guys.
cute.
Yeah, it came with another bag in it, and I didn't know this when I ordered it because it was don't show the QR code when taking pictures. Okay. And then this is a basic crochet book. So it's like a little kit that comes that you get. So I thought it was a cute thing.
Where'd you get that from?
Timo.
Oh.
I think it was just a couple dollars. It wasn't that much. Yeah, I mean, it's perfect for fitting in. It's perfect for fitting into, you know, my craft bag. And I have a whole tote that I put granny squares in because as I've talked before about it, some days I don't have a lot of head space and I might just be in the mood and I have a whole thing of squares, which I actually, in my mind, I worked out what I'm going to do with the all-in-one granny square I did in the white, purple, and teal, I think were the colors, is I'm going to make a bag and I'm going to use one of the zippers. You can't see.
Oh, those ones that who was it? Was it Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney from Fiber Fox picked these up for me. I asked about it, and I sent her some money to pick me up some. She sent me a little bit more than but 2 different sizes, and you crochet right into them.
So no sewing required.
Nope, no sewing required. And they're good metal zippers. These were from I think Hobby Lobby. Is Sewology and Yarnology, is that Hobby Lobby? But she sent those to me.
I always find those yarn holders or whatever they're called.
Stitch holders.
Yeah. I always find they remind me of when I was young. You know, you'd wear those little plaid skirts.
It's called a kilt pin.
Yeah.
I send those to a lot of people. I get them in 2 packs. They were $3 a piece. That's US, which to me was a good price. And I think they were 6 and 12 inches. Hobby Lobby. Being in Canada, we don't have, you know, Hobby Lobby or Joann's or anything like that. And so I thought, and then I'll line the bag. So I have a goal that I'm working over the next few months besides finishing up some of these hashtag work the whips. Welcome in, Lainey. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Oh, Dawn, I just want you to know, I got a message from Perp this morning. She got her package already. They were mailed out at the same time. She's in the UK, you're in Cali, and you haven't got yours yet. So we got a whole whopping 5 inches of snow last night. Whoopoo. But the sun's out and it's melting. It will melt quickly.
Oh, want to send that sun over here? It's melting, but it's like it snowed all day yesterday here.
Yep.
I had my husband home all day, played video games.
I'm just putting this away. So today is. Go ahead, sis.
He just went back to work last week from having the winter off, and it was a short week last week. This week he had yesterday off, so another short week. And then next week and the week after, he's going to have 2 short weeks because of Easter. Good Friday and Easter Monday. That's not too bad.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't really hate California.
So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I haven't looked to see. I haven't checked on packages, and Dawn and I exchanged our April patterns.
I still need to figure out something for Zara. She sent me a pattern book for like Amy's.
I have some patterns. I'll send you for Zara. I've got some unique sock patterns. She loves sock patterns.
I know she sent me something today. Knit Pro or something is having like a Mother's Day giveaway or something.
Yeah, they do. They do every year. They always come out with this. They come out with a special needle set, and it's packaged in a nice clutch with a big bow on the front. You know, yeah. Knit Pro does which used to be Knitter's Pride, but Knitter's Pride and Knit Pro combined under one name, because the North America was Knitter's Pride, and over in the UK it was Knitter's Pro, but it's combined into one company now. Yes, Dawn, she is.
Oh yeah.
There are so many amazing people in this community.
Mm-hmm.
My electric ball winder is over here. I started messing with it yesterday, but I didn't. I was on a video call with my son trying to help him with his taxes. He's in the States. I'm up here and I'm trying to help him over this. And I'm trying to, and it just, so I didn't take the time to really pay attention on how to thread the yarn through. I've given quite a few of these away. People have won them. Lorraine got hers, and one went to Mishi, and there's one other one that went out. But, so I thought, well, I'll get one for myself and try it. Because if I can have that winding while I'm doing something else, because this is just one of, this whole basket has got to be wound up.
Arcane Fibers uses the automatic one.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he has the high dollar one, the good one. I saw that color he had this morning. It was gorgeous. I was looking at it. It was really gorgeous.
Oh, I can't be watching his stuff.
Dawn, Sharon, you guys want to come up? Anybody wants to come up? The link's there. Just click it. And the only thing I ask is while you're in, if you don't want to show your face up on panel, down in the basement, let me see your face. Okay. I did not realize that people can hijack, like they could hijack my name, Hook and Stitch and answer, and they could say they're me, but not show their face. Okay, just
well,
voice.
If they talked, they definitely would know it wasn't you.
Well, but other places may not. But people that know me would know my face. Yes, this is me. This, I don't know why anybody would want to imitate that, but it is. But I didn't realize that. I did not know that, and I did not know it.
No, this AI thing is scary. I think it's scary.
I like the AI. You
okay,
too, Tammy. All right, hugs to you too, sweetie. Have a great day, Tammy. I told you, girl, go get some sleep. You need sleep.
No, she's
Um,
correct. To us, you
no,
are beautiful.
on the inside,
Outside
this
too.
is what I call adequate. Um, one of the things that they're talking about using the AI technology for, which I think, and these are some of the greatest minds, both AI wise, technology wise, and in the medical field, have come together, and they're looking to bring us into the 22nd century, you know, and use AI to help, like with this telemed that came into be during the big C, but expand it. AI will enable faster, more accurate diagnosis, you know, before it will help. Thank you, Sharon. So that's one of the things that I think AI is going to be wonderful for. I still am old school and I don't believe in automating too much. I don't believe
Yeah.
in self-drive cars, self-drive big trucks. No, I don't believe in that stuff there because to me, I
Self
still want,
checkouts.
yep, and self-checkouts. I mean, these are jobs that people are losing. There was a song put out in the 60s by Zager and Evans, the only one hit wonder, and it was in the year 2525.
Yes.
If you listen to the song, we are progressing in that way we're literally mankind no longer exists. So let's keep our old, human ingenuity and stuff like that going,
Yeah.
or the animals are going to outlive us. So listen to this. What are you working on?
Just I haven't even done an inch, I don't think, on that.
If
Because
you
when
see me
Dean,
get up and run, I'm sorry. If you see me get up and run, I have a little bit of a sick belly. So just saying.
oh goodness. But a friend of mine, show you, friend of mine sent me this. I got it in the mail yesterday. Can you
Cool.
read that? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. The Power of a Praying Wife, Stormy Martian.
Yeah.
I've never seen that author.
No, that's what she looks like. She got it
Cross
from
between
Amazon.
Barbara Eden and Dolly Parton.
And Angie Dickinson.
Yeah, Angie Dickinson.
That's a name you never heard in a long time.
Police woman.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of you in the chat are too young to remember some of these shows we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. You bring me down. Thank you.
How's the poncho coming?
It's coming. It's like I said, I only did maybe an inch of it. Haven't been feeling all that well, and when Dean's home, it's hard to really work on it.
Well, I'll show you.
But I have been working on my yarn room, so
Yeah, her yarn room's looking really, really nice. Mine's going to be fixing to be tore apart shortly. I'm just moving some stuff around in my bedroom. I will have 3 to 4 projects done by the end of April. 2 of which I just started in the past few weeks. This one I just started a few days ago. You all know I've talked about Karina from Just Vintage Crochet. This pattern had been in my queue for a while. I am all about vintage. I'm an old broad, so I love vintage. And that's what got me back into working with thread. But they called it a bed jacket, but she wears, it's like a cocoon. But the cuffs is what.
oh yeah, right, yes.
Okay, 1967, I was 6 years old. But this and the mohair pattern that I'm doing for that puff sleeve are so easy. The repeats are so easy. I did this just in a few days. Now it uses 4 different hook sizes. But you have to like picots. Lots of picots. It's made in one piece. And here is the cuff. This is the cuff.
Bring yourself up.
Oh, muff up in a dish, aspetta. Yes, that's Italian. This is the cuff. Now this is going to need some blocking.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you're all done, then there's a trim that goes around the cuffs. But it is made in one piece. The only sewing you have to do is, I think it's 14 inches or 10, whatever, up right here. That's all the sewing you do. I'm
Wow.
doing it in We Love Yarn. I'm trying again using up old stash. We Love Yarn, Mega Ball. Oh, Pico. Oh, his bird's name's Pico.
Uh,
So so, but I worked on Solar Flare. I am on sets on the sixth set, second flame of 8 sets of 3. So I literally have 7 flames left to do, and it's done. It's
that's
done.
awesome. That is
It's
so
been
awesome.
Yeah, the blocking process for that is I'm gonna have to block that literally on my bed. You're running. Okay, thank you, Terry. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Um, and welcome to all the new Fiverr family members. We have some new Fiverr family members.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
so that's one of my big things. A couple years ago, we started that hashtag work the whips, and it's been ongoing. Same as hashtag outside your comfort zone. When people put those hashtags up, it enables me to just click on that hashtag and it comes up in the yayas, and seeing all these projects a lot of it inspires me to do other projects, and I get to admire all the beautiful makes that everybody does. And I'm talking, it's just not knitting and crocheting. It's beadwork, it's quilting, it's fiber, the fiber art, stuff with beads, sea glass. It's just, I admire the creativity of all the different crafters. I so admire that, you know, because it truly is my happy place. And being that in what is it, 8 days, I'm semi-retiring. I want to be able to have more time to do what it is that brings me peace and happiness and joy. I'm looking forward to that. Keep my fingers crossed. They asked me if I would take a full-time position if they offered it to me. I said yes. I'd only do it for 2 years. I'd be done at 2 years because that's my mandatory retirement age. Not mandatory,
They
but
they
that's
they've said that before though.
well, that's why I said. So I kept that door open, but that's my choice. And the only reason I would do it would be to put more into my pension
Yeah.
and for the health care. That's the only reason I would do it. Because and I frankly, because I don't like working in the cold anymore. I don't. Don't get me wrong. I love working with all the guys on the ferry. I do. My captains, my first mates, my engineers, the other deckhands. But there comes a time in your life where you have to make, how much time is the good Lord going to give me on the earth? I don't know. It could be 2 days, 2 years, 2 more decades. I don't know. But I have worked most of my entire life, and I'd like to enjoy some of it right now. My dogs and my swimming pool, my property. I mean,
Mhm.
I started working outside, and then we got this mess. I was not happy. I was not happy when I saw this stuff. My Vicky in Australia, my friend in Australia, she calls this the white
I have somebody at
SH.
the door.
Okay, go ahead. She calls it the white asterisk T. That's what she calls this because when they came up for our wedding from Australia, they had never seen snow. Now, I was living in Pennsylvania. We had a major snowstorm. There was supposed to be 225 people at the wedding. So many people because they were coming in from all over the country. Some people got stranded, and I had food for 225 people, and we had 123. So yeah, but it was a major snowstorm the night before my wedding because I got married in December. The day of the wedding, it was beautiful, blue skies. It was gorgeous, But oh well. So come on, somebody come up, keep me company. Come on, Dawn. Come on, Sharon. Come on, everybody. Show your beautiful faces. Everybody come up and say hello. But no, and like I said, I'm going to do this for about an hour and a half at the most, because I also have a big Chamber of Commerce meeting tonight that I've got to finish doing the books for, but I'm not going in person. I'm going to do it via Zoom because I just don't feel like it. I've got to finish filing my U.S. and Canadian taxes, and I just cracked. It's poker night, and I still have to cook supper. Yesterday I was really busy doing all the laundry, changed my bedding. I had been talking to Dawn and Sharon last night, and then I was just watching while I was crocheting. Spring come up. Spring says, "Oh, come up on panel." So I come up on panel with Spring for a little bit last night, and then I crocheted a little bit more, took care of the dogs. They were outside having a ball playing in the snow. And I went in to make my bed. Flopped the sheets up, and the next thing I know, there's this big lump in the middle of my sheets. Kiva had jumped, as I was putting them up, had jumped onto the bed. Yeah, that's my girls. But let's see what else has been going on. I'm just trying to think everything's going on. I have a few orders that also I'm working on to get out. Denise Lee, your order with your stitch markers, I have to make a couple more because of the range that you wanted for the crochet hook size. And I got a bunch new. Yeah, let me see if I can get them out. I did get some new cabochons. Okay. I got these ones. That I'll show you a couple. Actually, I'm gonna switch cameras. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the overhead camera. Settings. Okay. If you look here, that is, I'm gonna shut this light up. That's too bright. Some of the different ones. Now these are the bigger ones. They were called blue flowers. And then I got them. I got them in the next size down. See there? And then push those aside. These ones are the small. These are here for stitch markers. These are all. They're all different types of little blue flowers. And I'll be making some of these. They're called Canadian Pride. Maple leaves, progress keepers, and stitch markers. Let me make it a little bit better. There we go. Got the maple leaf. And then we got these little girls. They're in yellow. What color I got there? I know. Don't look, Dawn. It's blinking there. Don't look. These are the colors that they come in, and the stitch markers will consist of a set of 4. So doing those there, and little skirt, little angel. It turns. So got those. And, oh, okay. Some of these. It's hard for them. Those are, you can see, there we go. They're pearls. Too much. It's actually too bright in here. I just pulled down my curtains. Hold on one second. I can't believe I did this my day today. You see how the day is going? Oh my gosh. Oh, the snow is melting. Woohoo! But yeah, so I'll be making, and because I had to get some gold jump rings for those pearls. There. I should block some of the light out. The windows in our house are like a fishbowl. It's like living in a fishbowl. And the other ones that I got, are these ones here. All different colors. So yes, I'm gonna be busy making stitch markers. I alternate between knitting, crocheting, filming, all that good stuff. Because usually I'll make a big batch of stitch markers, and then excuse me, I've got heartburn really bad. And then I will go to work on something else. It's just trying to spread my time out, and I'm trying. And right now I'm trying to get it done so I can take a bunch of pictures because they got to go up onto Kofi, whatever you want to call it, and that takes a lot of time. I had the shop set up at one time, but I've got to clean everything out. So let me change cameras back here now so you'll look at my dirty, dusty anchor. Okay. Settings. And we'll change here. We'll go here. Just changing over cameras. Okay. And I'm back. So that's pretty much some of the new ones that are going to be coming. Oh, so much junk. Ugh. So much junk. I just knocked over my stuff. I got a few shipping bags down there I got to ship. Find another zip tie. Here. Well, and like I said, and there's going to be some that are going to be next month, end of the month for the birthday celebration. Also, like on Sundays Live, a set of stitch markers. But I enjoy making them. I kind of like my signatures, the cabochons now, the dragon's eyes and stuff like that. And then, of course, my nautical theme. So does anybody have any questions? And Dawn, you telling me you're innocent. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know that was back a ways, but my mind's catching up. So what's everybody have planned for today? Let me see what else. Trying to think what else is going on. I can't believe I pulled my curtains down. Like I said, there's just a lot of things going on I'm trying to get done, and the weather hopefully is going to start. It's supposed to warm up next week. I really want to get outside, get my flowers planted, get the pool opened at the end of the month. We're going to open up the pool. Last year, getting ready for work, Laura? Yeah. It's almost noon here. I don't know what time it is. Well, I know Dawn's Pacific is 4 hours behind me. Mountain is 3, Central is 2, East Coast 1. And the UK is 5 hours ahead of me. How about that? My brain's actually working for a change. But yeah, so when I finish this, I've got to go downstairs. 10 a.m. there, almost 8 in California. Yep, be 4 hours. Yep. Dragon Cat, I'm finishing mine up because I have to file both in the States and Canada. I have to file both. Paid some bills yesterday. Paid bills yesterday. That always sucks. Money in, money out. But if, like I said, if anybody wants to come up on panel and say hello, just let me see your face in the basement if you just want your voice. But you're more than welcome. Oh, you're okay, Mara. You're in Oregon. Okay, so you're on Pacific time. And the thing is, everybody, when you tell me where you're from, I've been to all 48 states. I haven't been to Hawaii or Alaska, but I have been to all 48 states. Nevada. Okay, I love Nevada. I used to love to go to Nevada. That and the deserts in Arizona, and when you first get into California, I love the desert because I love the heat. One of my favorite places was Texas Canyon. That was in Arizona. I loved it. I love Texas Canyon. got a lot of them little Cali West Coast babes, West Coast babes. Oh, okay, Leanie. Oh, I should know, Leanie, because I've sent you, I've mailed you packages. I've mailed you packages. But yeah, so no, that's and like I said, solar flare. I think I showed it Sunday in the live where I'm at. I've only got like about that much. Each section of flames is 76 stitches. Makes up the base of the flames, and then you do this the first flame, which is like a short flame. Then you go to the tall flame. Then you come back down. Then you got the medium flame. You know, yeah. Ignore Nightbot. That's up for Sunday lives. I didn't turn them off. I apologize. My computer did. I was almost like I said, spring last night, and I don't. Very seldom do I do anything from my phone. So I just come into the craft room and turn the computer on. Oh, good, Lainey, good. I hope you're enjoying it. She does beautiful yarn. I have some too that's set for special projects. Um, just totally, just mine just went blank. You see what happens when you get older? The gray cells get cloudy. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, Dragon Cat, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you all for coming. Don't forget, Sunday, we'll have a live Sunday, our normal Sunday live. Maybe we'll even play a game this Sunday. Maybe we'll play a game. That would be fun. We haven't done that. We do that like during the birthday lives and the podiversary, but just a fun game, just for the sake of some laughs. I hope when they get here by the end of the month. I had ordered these their cards and their games. Oh, be misbehaving. I do not want my close up, Mr. DeMille. I don't need a close up. But yeah, Dragon Cat's Canadian. Well, yeah, well, so is Sharon and Dawn are both Canadian too. Dawn's just visiting the U.S. on an extended stay. I was watching this podcast on YouTube. Now I've been in Canada almost 10 years. This September will be 10 years I moved to Canada. I became a citizen in June of 2023. It took me 13 years from the time I started the process until it was all done. 13 years. And when I lived in the States, because I was born American, and I would hear the Star Spangled Banner, I just well up with emotion, pride, and what have you. While I was watching this podcast, listening, there was 15,000 people singing "Oh Canada," and it just welled me right up with pride for my country. You know, very proud, love my country, and very proud Canadian. But no, I enjoy it. And I'm catching up here and there with lives and posts and stuff like that. Like I said, I got to bounce around. If you think about it, we have so many podcasts that we watch and stuff like that, trying to keep up with everybody, and then and work and just your responsibilities in life. But I'm really trying to. And again, I may watch something, but I might go back a week later and comment. I'm slow out the gate, for stuff like that. I hate typing on my phone. I hate typing on my phone. That's why I prefer to do it from the computer. That's why I went to a desktop rather than a laptop here in the craft room, you know, and because it's much better for processing video. I have laptops down in my office, downstairs, but I like my keyboard. Even with my laptop, I have a keyboard. I have two of these keyboards. It's a Microsoft Logitech, keyboard. I like my keyboard because I like typing. It's easier for me to sit there poking. You can't type like this on your phone, and that's how I'm used to typing. And I've got good typing skills. Um, I think last time I used to be a Kelly. I used to be a Kelly girl, and I was 92 words a minute with a 94% accuracy rate because you had to do it. They did a time test. So I did that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Um, no, I think that's all I got going on. I think pretty much that's all I've got going on. Listen, I want to thank. I was so excited. I'm getting to my spinning wheel. I'm disappointed that I couldn't have it all together, but maybe by Sunday's live, I'll have it all together. And again, like Dawn said, I have been doing research, and I do have some Yodas out there with Spring and Dawn that are going to help me get started. And again, I want to enjoy it. And I'm sure there's going to be moments, there's going to be frustration, but I'm not going to let myself, one, become discouraged, and two, become frustrated. Because if it starts getting too frustrating, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I put that thing aside that's frustrating me, and I go to something that's going to enhance my calm and let me enjoy it. My crafting is for enjoyment. I mean, I've sell a few makes in that, but it's not my business. This is my passion. I love to do. Okay, I worked to pay bills and stuff like that, but I do this because I enjoy it, and it's my happy place. It fills a big void in me, so I do it. And I enjoy, and I really have a lot of fun when I. Oh, okay, Bear. So another spinner. So I see. I got all kinds of spinners. We'll have to have a spin along. You know how they have knit alongs, crochet alongs, make alongs. We can have a spin along for beginners.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hey, sis. Welcome back.
Here's my JW friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But it's something that it's just going to be a journey. It's just going to be a journey. And today's journey is coming to an end because I got to get downstairs and looking at the time so I can go finish them taxes, because I've got to get on a call with TurboTax because I have a question on one thing. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Dawn. Hoo-hoo. Since you're the experienced spinner, hello, hoo-hoo. Dawn, you out there? Get you and Spring to organize. You know how they have knitting retreats. No, not here, Bear. Not. We'll have a spinning retreat. Spin, sit and spin, sit and spin. That's what my brother used to tell my dad. Sit and spin, sit and spin. But no, I'm not. No, one wheel. That's all. No, that I can actually say with a definite, finite. Yeah, no. This is just something for myself. It's not for, if would I spin fiber something to send to somebody as a gift? Absolutely. I would spin something as a gift, but no, not for it's just for fun. My knitting and my crocheting. There's something if I get yarns and I want to, like I said, I want to combine. I've got Peyton's Lion Brand's amazing lace. It is a beautiful yarn. It's acrylic nylon, or it's all nylon. I can't remember. Anyways, but it's a zero weight, it's lace weight yarn. I've got white, black, eggplant. I don't know if I have any fuchsia left. I think I might have gave away all the fuchsia or sold it. But I want to spin them together to make it, to a fingering weight or even a sport weight. And to be able to knit something up with, because I've wanted to knit with that so bad. And Dawn sent me. You want to see my pattern she sent me for April? Here, hold on, I'll show you. It's again, everybody's pushing me outside my comfort zone.
Like
okay.
Your roomies.
Yep, they're pushing me outside. Okay, now everybody knows I love dragons, right?
I was born the year of the dragon.
Here's the pattern. I would do mine in different colors, but there is the pattern. It's called Stranded Dragon Hat.
Wow, that's cool.
That is a lot. And I told her, I said, my color work sucks. My floats. My big thing is tension in the floats. It's not so much doing a chart or anything. Mine is carrying the floats. Now that pattern says carry the floats every 3 stitches. So in other words, you would knit, you would do your color change, carry that for 3 stitches, and then do, you know, you can, so that, Dawn some knit pattern. So I
Wow.
sent, yeah, she got the Phoenix compendium. I have to send it still, but she's getting the Phoenix compendium by Hooked on Sunshine. That Yeah, see, Lainey, that was a problem. I was doing the Alaska hat, and I was doing it in Amazing Lace was one of them. It was just too fine a way to use. But my problem is my floats, because I was working on I'm stuttering today. Arnie and Carlos Advent balls. I was working on them, and I ended up ripping out. I was just my floats were so bad. I just ripped it out and said, "Put it aside. Take a breath. Take a break." You know, and I will go back to them because they're on 3 millimeter DPN, 3.5 DPNs, very small, but it's good practice for color work. And a hat is a small project. Welcome in,
Hey,
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Happy Wednesday, dear. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Wednesday. Getting up to
So
it today?
yeah, so it's I like, ever since I got back into this back in 2018. That's when I had quit crocheting and knitting in 1980. That was the last time, other than a baby blanket, I had picked up my hook or needle, because I'm self-taught pretty much. Knitting, I'm self-taught. Crochet, grandma taught me the basics with thread when I was 8 or 10 years old. But I put it down from 1980 until 2018. I hadn't touched. I made my oldest son one baby blanket with shell stitch. It was a kit that I bought at Zayre's. And so I have been challenging myself since then with advanced patterns, new techniques, new type. What I taught myself to Tunisian. I taught myself Tunisian crochet, just the basics. A lot of trial and error. And the very first Tunisian project I did was the elf coat. There was no working up to it. Right into the elf coat. That was my first. And when I got back into knitting, I was knitting a lot of dishcloths and stuff, and finally learned what circular needles and DPNs were for. I had no idea. But my first attempt at socks were pretty sad. They were pretty scary. They looked like something you'd see in a cartoon. Knitting. No, Jeanette, hold on. Sis, take over for a second. I just want to check my email real quick.
I love when she does this. Yeah. How's the weather where everybody else is? I know ours is like melting a little bit. Still snow out there. Cars covered. Oh, goodness. I don't remember the last time it snowed in April. She said she sent it last week.
I'm looking.
You probably went into your junk mail, maybe.
Because I've been watching for.
I try to clean my junk mail out every day, and it seems like a lot more is going to the junk.
No, that was Jane.
Oh.
Jeanette, could you resend it to me, dear? Because I don't. Can you send it to me again? Starts with Augie. Okay, let me try putting that in.
Starts with Augie.
I have no emails, Jeanette. Could you send it? My email's right in the bottom there. There's a dot between hooking and stitch and islandstyle@gmail.com. Just send me again and I'll get your pattern to you.
Yeah, hooking and stitching dot islandstyle@gmail.com.
Yes, and I will get that off to you after the live.
Yeah, sometimes you have to really watch spelling.
Well, I screw my own email address up all the time.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be able to.
Yep, and I'll get that to you because
Sixty.
that I'll be able
Okay.
to cross that off, and then that leaves me 1, 2. I'm waiting on a pack. I'm waiting on something for that parcel, and then Dee's poncho. I'm gonna be. I got her email. I got her mailing address. Ha ha. She's gonna send. She told me, "Oh, I don't want you sending it. It costs too much to ship. You want it? I ship it. I'm
So
not an
Lee,
Indian giver."
that's not too bad. That's around what 15. 62 is around 15. You like take off
Alexa,
take off
what is
30.
62 Fahrenheit and Celsius? 16.67 degrees Celsius.
16. That's a
Yeah,
nice
no,
spring day.
add 20 more to that, and I'll be happy.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah,
10.
over 30, over 30. I
No,
like. Yeah. It
you're
can be.
not.
It can.
You're not on the right island for that.
Oh, it will come July here. It gets there. It gets up 30, high 20s, 30, and I'm quite happy. And this are saying this summer is going to be hot.
Oh,
Saying
are
it's going to be a
they?
hot summer. Yeah.
We need to get another AC unit for the bedroom upstairs because I guess the one that we had didn't want to work anymore. It stopped working near the end.
Goes a heat
So
pump. Get a heat pump.
yes, but not this year because of all the money that we spent downstairs a couple years ago.
That's us last year. That was us last year. We're going to watch because we're working downstairs. Dawn got a tour of the house last night,
Oh
and this is the
yes,
guest room. Yeah, I gave her a tour of the house.
you
Because
showed her
we're
my
gonna
room, did you?
and we're gonna put a 70-inch TV on the wall, and we're gonna wait till
Wow.
like we did when we bought the house. I found a really good deal on a 55-inch for it was $500, and
At Costco.
nope, Amazon.
Costco has some awesome deals.
Yep. So
But
I'll
yeah,
keep an eye on
if you
that.
get that, Amazon won't deliver that. It's another company. Because when Dean got his computer, we got it through Amazon. It's a big. You've seen the size of Dean's
Yep.
computer. It's it was a different company.
Uh, nope. My regular guy brought my computer. My Dell.
Was it like because it's like
It was huge. The box was huge. It
yeah.
was massive. It was that. It was the tower.
Well, you've seen Dean's.
Yep. Because they sent me,
It's
and
like
I
a
put it
foot
in my.
wide and 2 feet long and two and a
Yep.
half high.
Yep. It's the big one. It's like the one that Lee built. The guy that I take my computers to and stuff. He built a computer. This guy's really smart, IT wise, and that. He built a computer component by component, and the cost was $15,000. It is a heck of a system. And it doesn't get used.
Oh gosh.
It's got all the RGBs, and I mean, we're talking top of the line processors, video graphics cards, all that stuff. But he's the one. I said, can I take my that I added an extra terabytes hard drive into my other HP laptop. I said, can I take that out of there and put it in my other? He said, oh yeah. I said, good. I'll take it out. You can put it in because I've got 3 laptops I'm cleaning out. They're going to go for either donation or whatever. Also, I make a package deal, laptop and printer, because I've got 5 printers, and I'm downsizing my printers. Too many, too many. I only need 2 printers.
No, I
But
like this
other
one
than
that I have. It's wireless connection.
oh,
So I love
I have
that.
everything. I have everything set up wirelessly in the house. I have it. I print from. I sit here and print down because everything's downstairs in my office from the phones. I set up everything wirelessly because we have Starlink, so we don't have the. There's another type of router you can buy. Now, if I plug directly into the router, which I may think at one time, but that would mean drilling a hole down to the floor, running the cable across the ceiling downstairs, and then up to Starlink, plugging this computer directly into the Starlink, it would be phenomenal, the speed and everything. But I'm working off of Wi-Fi.
Oh, but well. here with Eastlink, we're with Eastlink here in Nova Scotia. You can get a couple different things, but their boxes are called Eero.
Yeah.
EERO. They're
Yeah.
just these little white boxes. I got one
Yeah.
on each floor because it's wireless and I don't know how it works.
We
But we
got
had a
one.
big router, but didn't need it.
I've got Starlink has the router. That's it. Everything hooks right through that. I do everything on my phone. There's an app on Starlink apps on my phone. I check my obstructions. I can automatically stow it. In the wintertime, I can set it up to either come on automatically. The heat, it anticipates the temperature. It will heat the dish so you don't get the buildup of ice and snow on it. I can stow it to where it'll fold down.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's satellite, so you have a dish.
Yep. Well, everybody, I'm going to get ready to head out of here because a couple of reasons. I need to use the little girl's room and get busy doing my admin, computer work. But thank you all. Look for maybe Sunday having this spinning wheel together. We can actually turn it on, and I don't think I'll be spinning, but I can turn it on. Let's see how it works. But other
Looking
than
forward to
that,
that.
Lainey, have a great day, dear. I
Yes.
just, I hope wherever you're at, you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be the light in somebody's dark day. Sis, you have anything to say?
I just hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And may the snow stay away
Yes, yes. So
from Nova Scotia.
here's bye for now from Deer Island. We'll
Nova
see
Scotia.
you in the next video. Mwah. Love you all. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. See you Sunday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye bye.